What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts video on the channel. Today, guys, we are going to be covering, once again, more of the Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultimania. You guys, I've really been enjoying this series. Last, where we left off, we started covering the Scenario Mystery section of the Ultimania. If you want to go ahead and view that, you can get a link in the card above. You can click the card above in the top right corner, or you can click the end card at the end of this video to the full playlist if you missed any of the videos we've done on the Ultimania so far. So last episode we covered a pretty decent bit of the Scenario Mystery section. Today we're going to be covering the second half of it. We probably have only 1-2 more videos to go as we cover this Ultimania, so we're already reaching the end of the KH1 Ultimania series, guys. I mean, there are other developer interviews, but the ones I'm mostly interested in, and I'm going to assume most other people are interested in, is the Nomura part. But anyways, though, let's go ahead and get right into it. After everything is done, Kairi is left on Destiny Islands, but why did she not go back to Hollow Bastion? Yes, I'm going to be a little blunt here, but I said within the book the reason why. The princesses told Sora, "We will be able to return to our respective worlds before they disappeared." Kairi disappeared from Destiny Islands, so she returned there. Since she was physically moved from Hollow Bastion to Destiny Islands, she did not disappear from there. In the ending, why were Riku and the king on the other side of the door? In the king's case, he was on the other side from the beginning. The reason why the king disappeared was because in search for one of the two keys, he went to the other side of the world. He had an adventure unfold just like Sora, and he obtained the key and ended up there. In Riku's case, his body was stolen by Ansem, so that means Riku's heart was not in this realm anymore. As you saw on the other side of the door, it is darkness, and that side of the world. In other words, in the end, Riku's heart went to the world of darkness, just like Ansem said. Then, when Ansem disappears and Riku's body returns to him, he stayed in the world of darkness. Then why didn't Riku go back to the other side of the door to this realm once he got back his body? Various people asked me that as well, but it was clearly written in the world prison's computer. It said that only darkness can pass through that door. Riku and the king are not beings of darkness, so that is why they cannot go through the door. If that is so, the reason why those two are on the other side of the door, a door they cannot pass, Riku went to the other side once he combined with Ansem. Since the king is there as well, does that mean there is another place where you can enter into the world of darkness without using that door? Yes, the last words he left behind were "find the door to light." In other words, he was saying find the door, other than the door that allows darkness to come and go, that allows light to come and go. Alright, let's take a breather right quick. So, some pretty interesting comments about the ending of Kingdom Hearts 1 specifically. One of the key questions that they asked here was why wasn't Kairi like brought to Hollow Bastion after the ending? Why wasn't she returned to Hollow Bastion? Nomura clearly explained that she didn't return to Hollow Bastion because she wasn't really there to begin with necessarily. I mean, she was born there, yes, but she went to Destiny Islands pretty much. She was sent there by Ansem. She wasn't taken away from Destiny Islands by any other worldly force, like the world being destroyed, for example. And also, they do kind of elaborate on a common meme in the Kingdom Hearts community about Riku not like just going to the other side of the door like to Sora, but from what they're saying here, they literally were not able to. They're not able to go past the door because they are not beings necessarily of darkness. So they were both stuck on opposite sides, Sora and Riku, and along with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. I do wish they kind of explained it a little better visually, however, because it was definitely a little hard to grasp why Riku didn't just go to the other side. However, as a kid, the way I interpreted it was I basically was thinking to myself like, okay, Riku doesn't want to burden Kairi, Sora with his, you know, darkness. Him not being able to control the darkness inside him, he wanted to keep them safe by not being, you know, near them, which I felt like was implied by that line, "take care of her." That was my sentimental reason for why I thought Riku didn't go to the other side of the door, though it's mostly a meme. Like, people probably know why, or they're not mad that he didn't just walk on the other side with Sora, but they explain here why exactly he wasn't able to, and I find that pretty interesting. Like, I didn't know that you literally weren't able to go to the the other side if you wanted to. In the end of the ending, Pluto has the king's letter. Is that implying that the king returned through the door of light? I will leave that up to your imagination. I'll tell you one thing. In the beginning in Traverse Town, after Goofy said Pluto we're going, Pluto was not present. Actually, between when he first disappears and then appears again in the ending, he met with the king. The reason why Pluto perked up in Traverse Town was because he felt the king's presence. Which worlds did Pluto travel when he had that letter? I can say that he appeared in worlds that do not appear in the game. Well, other than the current world. There are other worlds that the Heartless erased. The end of the world did not exist at first and is a world that is made up of erased worlds put together. Also, there is that place, the door to Kingdom Hearts. At first, that was another world. So that means that Sora and the others are now residing in that world, which returned to what it once was. So does that mean that the reason why Pluto was there was because in that place, that person, I hope the story from then on would be revealed one day. And it sure did. Alright, those were just some small comments made about Pluto, which is kind of interesting that Pluto visited other worlds that we did. I mean, of course, that can be implied simply by the nature of Pluto in the Kingdom Hearts series. However, it's funny to think about that Pluto was playing a completely different game from us. I wonder what worlds he went to. Anyways, though, let's move on to the next set of questions, the last set of questions for this video, and then we'll be on our way. I believe the question on people's minds who fulfilled certain requirements and finished the game. I would normally think that the three people in the secret ending are Sora, Riku, and Kairi, but who are they really? Is that really what people thought back then? Is that so? I wonder if it's okay for me to say it. Well, there are several different meanings behind that. Of course, there is also the image that comes after that. In the beginning, there are words, another side, another story. You can interpret that saying this is a different story. Well, since everybody is having fun guessing who they are, I worry about revealing information. Okay, something that translators note here, by the way, that I feel I should make clear, like for context for any further questions. Another side, another story. The cutscene was the only secret ending the Japanese had, while the second secret ending video, Deep Dive, was added to the American release and the Final Mix release. So Japan actually had a even more vague version of the secret ending than we had originally in Kingdom Hearts 1. Similar to how Japan, I think, didn't have Sephiroth or Kurt Ziza's secret bosses as well in original Kingdom Hearts 1. So keep that in mind as we move on with these questions. But continuing, this book will be published in around 6 months. If that's the case, I guess I can say a little bit. Well, Riku is one of them. Riku is there? Then who are the other two? I want to stop revealing if the other two are really Kairi or Sora. If there really is going to be a continuation, then I would like to not reveal any more about the clip since it will actually have to do with the sequel. If enough people demand for it, then it might be revealed in the form of a sequel. In the secret ending, there is an avalanche of words. Does that mean that you have the continuation of the story clearly in your head? For now, yes. I wonder how much I should reveal. All I can say is that if there is a sequel, I want to have Ansem appear. Speaking of which, Ansem in the end lost his body. That means that you can't really say that the Ansem that appears in the end is Ansem's true body. It's a form that he took on after borrowing Riku's body. Saying that, the existence of the Road Man in the beginning is suspicious. There are several ways of interpreting it. Well, setting aside whether I'm doing that or not, I've been thinking about several ideas for the development after that. Okay, so that's some pretty cool information to know. Nomura did actually have like a lot of the sequels after Kingdom Hearts 1 in mind already. He didn't even know they were going to make a sequel. He just hoped if there was enough demand for it, which there ended up being more demand for it, luckily. But it's very nice to know that he did have like a lot of this written out, and it seems like he might have even had Xehanort planned out as well. The Road Man in the beginning, which he's alluding to. But it's very interesting that a lot of people thought that in the secret ending, Sora, Riku, and Kairi were the people like in there. So he did reveal here that one of them was Riku, and we know the other two, I believe off of memory, I know the other one's Roxas, and Xemnas is the third, I'm pretty sure, though I do remember that secret ending mostly focusing on Riku and Roxas for the most part. Though that's what the extended secret ending focused on, not the little snippet teaser thing. But very interesting that a lot of people thought that was Sora. I got into Kingdom Hearts mostly in the mid to late 2000s-ish when I was like super young, and I understood the story like slightly, but I definitely never met any requirements for a secret ending or anything. I could not not comprehend like doing all of that in a video game to get a secret ending. However though, that's going to be about it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, leave a comment down below telling me what you all think about all of this. The next video will likely be the last video covering the Kingdom Hearts 1 Nomura interviews and the KH1 Ultimania, and then after that we'll go down the list of Chain of Memories, KH2, BBS, etc. And maybe covering some smaller things along the way as well. And last but not least, if you're not already and want to become a part of the Union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.